Yeah, I mean, he's a pretty good pitcher. I like him at the beginning and the end. So he did, he was the big story today. Obviously, he gave us, 5 strong innings. I think he ran out of gas there in the sixth. Kind of got up to his pitch count, and we took him out. We had a 6-run lead. Could have let him get another hitter, but there was no reason to stretch him out because he was kind of at that magic number right around mid-80s. So he did a great job. He walked a couple, struck out 5, and made a nice play on a bunt that kind of kept his shutout going, and just gave us a chance against kind of a crafty pitcher. I don't think that their guy had his best stuff. He's leaving that breaking ball up, but we didn't do a whole lot with him. We hit a couple 3 balls hard, but they were at people. Thank goodness. We put together a couple 3 innings because we didn't play real good. We made some great plays. Wise's play on the kind of the wild pitch, and Spoon made a nice play. Beeks made a nice play, but we also made a couple of dumb plays there late that were kind of frustrating to me. But it's still early, as long as we keep winning and we're learning. So
you mentioned the bunt, but he got a ground out with the bases loaded. Just how nice was it to see him kind of come through in that situation, not give up any runs?
Yeah, I mean, he had the bases loaded, and I thought McAfee made a nice play. He had to go to his left. Balls hit pretty good, but the thing with the bases loaded is you got to make him earn it, throw strikes, and that's what he did. He's used to being in pressure situations with his role last year. So, like I said, he's versatile. He can do a little bit of both. He can start, he can close. He can be a middle guy. He's just a good pitcher.
Getting Andrew off to a good start with the bat with those back-to-back doubles.
Yeah, I think in the first inning it seemed like he lined out to left. Then he had a couple of doubles, and then he hit another ball hard, it seemed like. So it was good to see him get it going a little bit. Obviously, we just want him to score runs for us. He scored a run, kind of got an inning going here and there, and just did what we know he can do, and that's drive the ball from alley to alley. And their third baseman, their first baseman are playing way up. It'll be awfully hard to lay down a bunt. But it does open up the field, and hopefully we'll be able to take advantage of that in the next day or two.
It was the third inning. Spoon had a really nice throw from right field, threw out a guy at second base. What do you think about that?
That was a great play. That's it looked like it was probably going to be a double all the way. He got on it quick, and he got around the ball. So when he fielded, he was just about in throwing position. He got rid of it quick. And, it's one of those plays you give yourself a chance like he did. If you just throw it around the bag, you got a good shot at getting him. And I thought McAfee did a good job of, fielding that kind of a crazy hop there on that throw and laid it on him. It was a good play.
Talk about your relievers today.
Well, Simpson, I thought, came in the first inning that he came in, he a little bit wild. We're trying to get him to get that breaking ball going a little bit because we know he's got a good sinker. I think we picked the guy off or whatever happened. Then he came out in the next inning and threw real well, gave us a couple of good innings. And, Lance Phillips, a guy that we're experimenting with him throwing kind of sidearm, underhand a little bit. They got on him a little bit. They brought those lefties in. And honestly, he's a guy that we're not going to let face left-handed hitters. But we had a 6-0 lead. And, they brought in 2 pinch hitters. One of them should have been a ground out, and you saw what happened there. And then, another left-hander hits the ball good to center, and another left-hander hits one over the right fielder's head. If the game would have been a little tighter, we'd have got him, real quick. So, he threw the ball at the plate, and he made him earn it.
Spoon playing in too much on that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, because it went over his head. but you're right. I guess he just kind of played the situation. No one had really hit one over his head all day, bring a guy off the bench. And, yeah, he should have been playing deeper. He just is, he just felt like, probably we should have said something to him and backed him up, but he'd been playing there the whole game. So, again, if you got a 2-run lead, you're probably back. We're back there. But you're right.
You got 3 more hit by pitches to that's 15. You only had 36 all of last year. Is that surprising to see that number?
I think the number at 15 already after 4 games is surprising. You can't predict that. But we're just doing a good job of holding our ground in there and finding a way to get on base. And again, it's kind of a team thing. It's up to them. They have to feel like they're really helping the team. I know that's what's going on. We've talked about it. We've been talking about it since the day they got here in the fall. And they've really taken it to heart the first couple weekends anyway.
Worried that might end a little bit, only having 4 hits and some of that.
Yeah, it'll end, but we'll start hitting the ball better too. We had 3 or 4 balls on the nose, but I was disappointed that we didn't hit better. I mean, they are too. Bottom line, we won the game, but, you're not going to win too many games getting 4 hits.
Maybe pitch selection-wise, what is Jalen doing so well these first couple of weeks?
Well, he's throwing strike one, and he's getting ahead of him. Really the first time through the order, he basically just threw the fastball. And then he started mixing up that changeup and slider a little bit. He did throw the breaking ball to the left-handers pretty good today, and he didn't wait till the second time through with them. But with the right-handers, he just came at him with the fastball and started throwing, second time through a little more changeups. But I think that the key for Jalen the first 2 weekends, you take away maybe the first inning of game one and maybe even the second inning of game one, he's just throwing the ball, he's throwing strike one, throwing a lot of strikes.
We hope to get out of Oliver tomorrow.
Well, we'd like to get out of Oliver what we got out of Beeks today, 6 innings if we could. And, his number's the same, mid-80s, if he can get there. I think that the way the game finished, I feel like that, Eastern Illinois is probably going to be, their confidence is going to be up a little bit. They hit the ball well, and we didn't hit the ball real well. So, we're going to have to play a lot better if we're going to beat them tomorrow.